Hello. Hello, Callie. Hello.
I remember how streaming goes, I promise.
I guess. Um, no VTuber, no PNG tuber today. Just vibing. Because it is a gray, spooky morning. It very much feels like fall again. Like yesterday and the day before it was summer and now it's fall again. So I feel like being cozy and not having a bright light in my face. So we're not gonna have a bright light in my face, we're just gonna play the video game. Here's the video game. Look at it. Video game. Um this is basically the sequel of Strange Horticulture, which is a planned sorty puzzly game type thing that I played for New Year's Eve. I think I played it before that, but I did replay it on New Year's Eve, I think. And this is set in the same universe, but instead of plants, you're sorting tchotchkes and trinkets and magical stuff. And I played the demo and I was delighted. And now the full game is here, and I bought it on release and haven't touched it since because I figured I really want to stream this, and then I was tired. Or I was busy. Or I was tired from being busy. So I haven't had the chance yet to touch it, and I'm just like, let me play the video game. Brain, please. And I think I won the battle today, so we're gonna have this. But first I need to move this down a little bit so I can see things. Okay. Video game. Yeah, these are my demo save files. As you can see from the fact that they're from when the demo came out. We're gonna clear that because just throw that out. I don't remember what was in it, but I had a good time. So here we are. Let's go. As the thaumaturg's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. Yes, puzzles are a good time. I love me some puzzles. Day 1, Thursday. Most important feature of this game, there's a cat. You can pet it. And it purrs. Most important feature. Then we have a bunch of places and things we can interact with, and there's stuff there. And then we have other stuff. We can move the stuff around. We can put the plant next to the other plant. Hydrate. I will get up and get water because my water is empty. 1 second. have water. As you can hear from the noises of the angry water. Angry water, best water. I am now hydration. Excuse my squeaky chair. I don't have money for a new one. So it just squeaks. And we can swoosh stuff around. And we can go look at all of these things. There's scales here. And we can go look over at the other side of the shop. There's a locked cabinet here, presumably with evil things in it. What happened to Azu? Azu got really busy with work and stuff. And other hobbies. So he's not been streaming. Because other things are more important. So that's fine. He does that. He's a person who does things. Who has a real adult people job. Where it gets a little, like, hard to have time to do all the streaming now. And then we have this thing. Which is where we can put documents and stuff. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door, EW. That's Eli, what's-his-face, who used to be our boss. Oh yeah, Azu's doing good. He's moved house. He's doing great. He's having a good time. Is my magnifying glass. I can use shift to bring up my magnifying glass. So I can look closely. Things. Cattail. And then we have onthomic fields. All thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumic lens, a diurnal field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. We'll just put that back in the place. Oop, I found a compass. I can go exploring. I can go exploring Undermere in 1868. The cat has a name. I just don't remember it right now. I think it will be in my documents. Oh, and that's the archive where I can put things that I'm done with. But yeah, this is the city. As you can see, there's a lot of places you can go. And we can go to all of them. To find things and learn things. Yeah. Many things. And we're at 29, Strange Antiquities, and then there's a wine merchant next door, where there's some stuff. But we should probably do the thing the game wants me to do, which is click on this bell, which I've been just ignoring. This is Eli White, this is my boss. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Okay. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked drawers, doors, or cupboards. I read that in the wrong order. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Well, I'm gonna go and immediately touch everything. Especially this book. Yes, I can navigate. I already navigated. Alright. Strange artifacts by someone or other. Close the book again. A Guide to Occult Objects by T.S. Gill. Contents. Ecumenical. Arius Remnant. Binding Seed, Ethereal Key, Eye of Sununus, Guise of Lillian, Hearing Charm, Heart Chamber, Horn Shackle, Hunter's Boot, Lamb's Siphon, Libula, Orford Spire, Ossic Ring, Restful Meter, Sextrum, Shadowhold, Shimmer, Silent Breath, Voice of Sununus, and Zia. Yeah, those are words. But yeah, we can just go to them, and then we can read about them. An ecumenical is a receptacle commonly featuring a memento mori that acts as an aid to recollection. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. An empty ecumenical, on the other hand, has an ominous presence pulling at the threads of one's mind. You know, normal things. Aries Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. The gemstone in an Aries Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Then we can go through and we can look at all our things and investigate them to see if they are those things. Like, from the things I can see right now, we don't have an Aries Remnant because we don't have anything that has gemstones in that, like, orientation. But we'll look at these things as we need to. Let's call the next customer or something. Congratulations! Today's the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay, so we right-click items to inspect them. He wants a hunter's boon, so we pick one of these that is a hunter's boon and hand it to him. So we go read our book and find out what a hunter's boon is. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They're made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They're simple items without embellishment. Alright, so we're looking for like a tooth. This looks like a tooth. It's yellowy brown and yellowy white. And it's smooth. And it doesn't smell anything weird. But it gives a sensation of power. So this is a good first guess. What about this thing? There's some evil quality to it. So this one is evil. And the other one seems powerful, which feels more correct. So let's try that one. This should be a hunter's boon. I identified it correctly. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. Closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. So I now got more book content. A Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentimental feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. But yeah, while we're looking at things, we can label them without having to hand them to someone. Good kitty. Good kitty. Alright, have a good sleep, Callie. Have a good sleep. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. The creeping dark is set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, a shadow hold. Shadow hold. A shadow hold or Oshadic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar, a bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an Oshadic spirit, a manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay, so we're looking with something with that on it. That is like... Are you a shadow catcher? It's stinky. Well, none of the other things I have here are like containers. It's 4 points. I mean, it looks similar. It's not quite the same design, but I think it might be this. Here you go. I did it. The item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle isn't quite the same as the sketch, but it's similar enough, I guess. Sunbond. A sunbond is a small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Yes, I have the auto-labeling option turned on because I don't want to be typing all the types, because then you can hear my keyboard. Alright. Let's go on and explore. I want to go on and explore to get things from the wine merchant next door. So I want to go next door on Hollowell Lane. And yes, we can't just go to the like things that are marked. We can go to all the little plots and houses. Proprietor, a Mrs. Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar, and I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. I got stuff. I love stuff. So I have another, like, charm. I'm just gonna start hanging things next to each other that feel like they belong next to each other. That goes here, and this is where I put my bottles. Plant go over there. This is bottles. This is weird stone things. And this is amulets. That's an owl. You know, stuff. And then there's other stuff over here also. Alright, cool. So this I can archive, because I'm done with that. I got more stuff here. And I don't know where this one belongs. But I guess we can see if we can figure it out from the like order of things here. So it's this symbol, and then it's this symbol, and then it's this moon one, and then it's the TV head. Okay, so it's between the D and this one. There. I guess I'm still missing some more. But that's where that should go. Also, we have this where it tells us about the people. The thaumaturge, Eli White. Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side, a side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. There we go, that's the cat's name, that's Jupiter. There he is. Jupiter, devourer of souls. Jupiter is the thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursion is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. I love Jupiter. Most important character in the game. Here, I'm hanging some more pendants on there. And I put the plant down there. That plant's just for me. Okay, eyeball can stay over there. There we go. Next customer. David Schaefer, the mailman. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Okay, I got a letter. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Alright, let's go to the dockyard then. Or shipyard, or whatever the word is. Boatyard. Boatyard is the word that we're using. Boatyard, number 8. Let's go. The area has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timbers covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and the thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Ooh, a sleep vessel, shin. Apparently as an afterthought, and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I have no use for it, he says. I don't even know what it's for. Ooh. I can go over with my other weird obelisk-y things. So we got some more things for a book. And this we can put in the archive. Because we're done with it. Okay. What's a shin? These common items are made using materials with a connection to the ocean. They began as superstition even. Simple objects made by sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe. But with the help of the old thaumaturges, they became something more, and many lives were saved. Okay. Okay. So that's fun. Next customer. Stanley Hume. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Okay. Why do you say it like that? I'm concerned, sir. I'm concerned. What is this? These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Corchin, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Corchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring up to their ear. Okay, so we're looking for a snaky type of ring thing that hisses at us. Alright. Well, I feel like it might be in there. Okay, you don't hiss at me. None of these are very ring-shaped, you know? Sounds so muffled in its presence, okay. Well, Jupiter help me. None of these are given snake. Macabre objects. Well, this is kind of macabre. Do you hiss at me? Yes, this one hisses. Okay, so this is an Alsic ring. Made of bone, this item satisfies the description macabre. Close inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. Look, these stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Okay. Maybe that is pronounced as evokant then, because it evokes you from sleeping. Hello, Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing, to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything as long as they can get their talons into. That's not how words do. And they'll kill if necessary. Didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. A voice of Sinona's might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Alright, let's see what that is. Name Voice of Sinona's is used to refer to any bronze turic that has certain imbued properties. A skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Well, we have 1 bronze torque, so that's gotta be that. Here you go. Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Like that one. you a spirit eye? I don't know. I can't use you like I think I should be able to. Alright, we're closed for the day. Let's just go for one more explore. Let's see. Where do we want to go in this rainy evening? Do we want to go to the library? I kind of want to go to the library. That seems like a good place to go. Let's go to the library. The Wordsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge, its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian, Simone, sits at the desk, her focus fixed on her work, as always. I found some old books that dig into the history of strange antiquities, she says without looking up. It's very old, you know. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. Okay, maybe one more explore. Because we can do multiple of them, and I am very excited to explore. The spoken word. The Mary's Bell. The bleak stones. Let's just see what's across the street. This was a mistake. Oh. Okay, there's a sanity meter here. And going across the street was a bad idea, so I guess we're gonna end the day now. Let's not go across the street and get nervous about it. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Uh-oh. Ooh, ooh, boop, boop. We're drawing a symbol. Ooh, shackles. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hit me in the first building he came to. Okay, northwest of the prison. There is something. We're gonna go there and we're gonna find it. Like, step 1. Where's the prison? Prison. Jail. The old jail is number 10. Northwest is there? Is that west? Yes. There we go. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly and unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Oh, that's an ominous rock. You can go with the other hand thing. Oh look, it's not raining. Also, hello, Jupiter. Good kitty. Alright. Ding. Verona Green. She was in the previous game. So was Simone the librarian. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Under me, fizzing with fear over these ravens, and the thaumaturge left the apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Ooh, another book to read. Alright. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines: represented by the following symbols: the celestial, Selenic, and Draidic. I don't know. But moon and earth. Diurnal, day and night, diurnic and noctic. And individual, Mintic and Wixic. The mind and the body. And then we have the imbuements. And then we have elements and materials. I'm not sure that verdigris is a material, because that's just rust but on copper. But that's fine. I'm not the whatever the heck. I'm not the thaumaturge. I'm just helping out. Mundane elements. Arsenic. Antimony. Okay, so we put the symbol for what? Because, like, so this reads antimony, arsenic, platinum, potassium, bismuth, zinc, phosphorus, magnesium. And then it just repeats that. So this is a thing of the mundane elements. Planetary metals. Okay, so you've assigned the different metals to different planets. Okay, cool. Why is autumn an egg? Oh well. Weather. And then we have Wiccan symbols, allegedly. Gosh, some of these are really, really close to each other. So that's good that we now have the Hermetic Symbology book to consult, because otherwise I am just gonna not know things. The Occult Scholar Verona Green. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She's respected and feared, which she revels in, and she's revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. Okay, the Woken Dendru is like the main plot of Strange Horticulture. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Go play that game. It's not that long. Like, I think I got like a quick run down to like an hour or something. But that's with me already knowing what all the things are and where to click and what to do. But it's not a long game. But it's a fun game. It does have multiple endings. So, she's of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. I get you. Rona, you get it. You're good. The ornithologist, Edmund Bishop. The 14th Lord of Gleaston Castle is a man of wealth and privilege like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learned to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing their professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Birdman. Jupiter. Okay, next customer. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Okay, what's a horned shackle? Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. Well, I have a horn thing here, so let's look at this. Are these smooth? Those are not smooth. Okay, you have horns. These horns are smooth. What else do I have that is horns? This has horns. They're ridged. They're not smooth. Those are pointy. In that case, I guess it's this little guy. Because this one isn't smooth. I did it. A vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Oh, that's fun. You can put them next to the candles to identify them. That's fun. Okay, I do need to take a short break. I'll be right back. Right, I am back. Back to puzzles. I want to do an explore. Let's go do an explore. Let's just go to have a nice walk in the mossy wood. I'm sure nothing bad will come from going to the forest when the ravens are out and about and being spooky. A small, hushed sanctuary of ancient forest. Lush moss clings to every surface. Something about the dense green makes it feel like it's hiding a secret. But I find nothing. Okay. Well, at least we didn't die to it. So that's good. The barrows. Stockside rock. I want to go to something fun. The convent of the Ephesian Heart. I don't want to go to a convent. Well, let's go to the train station. I'm sure there's something fun at the train station. Underme Station is a quiet, unassuming stop. Today, its platform is empty, save for a few passengers waiting in silence. 2 trains a day are enough to keep things running out here, a far cry from the hustle and bustle of London. Well, yeah, it's a terminus station. That would make it not that busy. Like, you got like two rail lines at a time. That's all you're gonna get. Okay, we've done enough random exploring. Let's have some more customers. Oh, it's David again. You got more mail for me? At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Thank you for the mail, David. Good day. You might be interested here that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours, for the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. Well, let's go see John Royston at Royston Farm, which is just behind where we are. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Ooh, here's the bird. You can go with the other bird and the other bat. They go together. And this can go in the archive because I'm done with it. Is there any more secret hidden? Ooh! Oh, my clock tells me what moon it is. Also, we've got a spider friend. Oh! Oh, I can change what moon it is. I have changed the moon. And that seemingly also changes the time of the clock. Okay, let's change it back to the moon it was at. And leave it at that. Good Jupiter. Oh, I can move my candles. Do any of these make my candle go blue? Oh, this one changes it to like white. Oh, this one makes it blue. Kind of. Maybe it's more of a white, but that one changes candle colors. I forgot which of the things was the candle colors one, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Hello, Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our path crossed last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanburg Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. A moon heart. Okay, now we need to find something that is called a moon heart. Ah, there's the index. So now we go to moon heart, which is a Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with sentiment or feeling, such as love or joy. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so we're looking for something moon-related. Alright, which of these things looks like the moon? Well, this has a moon on it. That has the moon on it with some symbols. It has a witch sign and a moon on it. So that's not quite right. We're looking for something that or that. So probably not that. This is bronze. And it makes your heart feel lighter. Okay, that one might be it. What do we have that's moon? Okay, that's the moon, okay. But it would be made out of silver then. That one's made out of bronze. Well, like, good first candidate. What about this? This has a moon on it. This one vibrates with energy. Cool and warm. Are you the moon? Pewter, bone. Where do I have things that are related to the moon? None of this looks very moonish other than this one, but that one's more like witch instead of happy feelings of the moon. Jupiter, help me. Well, this has a moon on it, but it doesn't make you feel joyous. This one has darkness. We don't want the darkness one. Maybe the owl? It might be the owl, because the owl has a moon. And it makes you feel happy. Happy owl. I identified the owl. It's a carved totem. It's an owl. It got a moon. And it makes you happy. Good owl. A Holgen Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay. Say hi to your grandma. Oh, I'm sorry, Jupiter. I didn't mean to startle you. Daisy Winters, a friend of mine, or former friend, I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson, make sure it never happens again? You will need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside my shop. So a binding seat or a Z. Or Zia. Okay, let's see. What's a binding seat? These items are made of 2 distinct materials representing the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. Okay, and what's the other one? Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. These are made of a single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Well, this one is giving binding seed. And I definitely have this one. The other one gives you paranoia and fear. Do you give me paranoia or fear? This one is kind of fear, but this one is multiple, like, objects. Not objects, but materials. And this one is the binding seed. And so I think we'll take the binding seed. Because I don't even know if I have the other one. What are you? Oh, this one is the paranoia one. Okay, so that's the Zia. But I feel like the binding seed feels like the less bad choice. Like, this one is gonna make the person who steals the necklace feel bad about it, while the other one is just gonna make them feel paranoid. And the paranoia might make things worse, while feeling guilty about stealing things might make them give them back. Item is made of 2 materials, and it features a spiral surrounding a seed. A shield charm. Hello, Jupiter. Emmett Burrows. They found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen it, but I did. It was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Zedberg, and I'll be taking Libela to see us safely through. Okay. I love mispronouncing the names of these things because I do not know how to pronounce any of them correctly. Libulae? Libulae? Let's go with that. That's how I would pronounce it back in Latin class, I think. Are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that Libula is not merely decorative. There is a power in symbology, as the old thaumaturges knew well. Okay, so we're looking for the symbol for wisdom. Wisdom. Imbuement of wisdom. Okay, so there's a little crown on it. Looking for something with a little crown on it. This one has a crown on it. Here you go. A witch's finger. The Witch of Undermere. I wanna see that because it said something about a place. High Green Church. Okay, let's go to High Green Church then. Where is High Green Church? Church. I can't read. There. Number 4. The church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of color to the otherwise grey exterior. I wander around to the back of the church where an old yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. The pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there are those that believe it to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from its limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. Yoink. No yoink. No yoink. I don't get to yoink one. I don't get to yoink one. I guess we'll end the day. I guess I don't need it, so I don't got it. Deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. So... things are going bad for the rider. Ooh. A key. Or is that a house? That looks like a house. That's like one specific house in a row of houses. Okay. Let's see. Well, that has this thing, but it doesn't have this thing. Where's this thing? Okay, here. We have the flat one on the bottom, then we have this one, then we have the one with the hook. And then we have this one which should be the one on this list that's marked here. Haha! There's a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly, I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Ooh, treasures. We've got a thing. Ooh. Is cold and silver, and there's a white hair from the white stag, and it's warning me of danger. There sure is danger. And then we have this thing. Which I feel like it goes with this thing somehow. Like those feel similar. But yeah, this is... I read the thing about the white stag, didn't I? Which one was it? Silent Breath? Yeah. Small token taken from a living white stag. Allowing the bearer to sense danger. So I'm gonna actually label this one in blue. Or I'm not quite sure. Oh, you can put icons on it. Ooh, I can make it pretty. But yeah, I've labeled it. Alright, next customer. Francesca Robertson. Good afternoon. No, morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford? It seems to be the talk of the town already. Oh! I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes is certainly unusual. Didn't Mr. Hungerford come to me and ask me for this thing? No, the other thing. I've heard of something like this before. I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. I think he asked, was he the one with the hunter's boon or the voice of Sonona's? He was one of those. Or was it the Shadowhold? Oh no, it was the Shadowhold guy. Okay. So Shadowhold guy got shadow in his eyeballs. And now we're waking him from a thing. They're looking for something that's weighing precisely 1 pound. Well, luckily for me, I've got scales. Alright, I use stone. There's a fossil there. That's not just stone. I use stone. Are you a pound? No. Are you stone? Red paint or perhaps blood? This is a candidate. What else do I have that's made out of stone? Are you out of stone? You're too heavy. Everything else here seems to be made from multiple materials. Or too heavy. Or too light. So, here you go. I hope it helps. It's made of stone. And it is the right weight. Daedalus link. Ooh, a levitation field. Right. Temperance Parker. Had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can't tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. Okay, shield charm. Generic charms of protection. Symbology. A variety of materials, rarely precious materials. Okay. Shield. Do we have one that says like protection? Protection, okay. It's that symbol. I know it's this one. It's not precious, but it is a shield charm. I did it. I solved the puzzle. St. John's Anvil. Okay. Okay, the plant overcomes deafness. The anvil will dampen sound. Oh, that one. That one makes things less noisy. Alright. Oh, hey! Strange horticulture is on the map. I gotta go there. This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time here, but I have important work to do. And yet an hour later I find myself leaving the shop with a potted pallions and a weight of my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines with a gently purring hellebore curled up in my lap. Aww. Oh, and I get the plane! Yay! Don't knock it. Jupiter! How dare you! Naughty kitty. Oh, that makes me really happy. Okay, but she talked about meeting someone at some sort of pub. I want to go to the pub. Twinings, town hall, spoken word, museum of history. Ooh, I want to go to the museum of history. The Museum of History has a quiet grandeur, lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosity. It's not unlike strange histories, that's different words. Not unlike strange antiquities in that regard, though I doubt there's much of use to me here. The curator ushers me away. Eli and I have an agreement. You know you're not to take anything from the museum. I'm not here to take anything from the museum, I just wanted to look at it. Okay, was it the Mary Bell? What did the lady say? Where was she? Where was she at? Okay, there's Francesca Robertson. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded. And she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobbs' fear, and the Sapphire Curse. She learned that these maladies could be cured. Okay, I want to know about the person who was there before. Archive. No. Okay. I don't remember where they said, so we're gonna wait on going places. There's something I wanted to show you. Hello, Hugh Langston. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed, all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Thank you. Okay, there's the church. Let's go look at a shed. There's a church. There's a lake next to a church. Is that the only church? Do we have other churches? We have other churches. At 28, there's another church. Where's 28? 28 is here. And there's a lake. And there's a shed. And there's houses. So it's this one. Shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Ooh, pendants. Okay, are they cursed? They do not feel cursed. They can go with my growing collection of pendants. There we go. Wait. Next customer. Oh, Verona's back. Hey, Verona. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hungerford house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson looking for any clues about what happened there. Well, I gave him a shadow hold and it seems to have gone bad. I did find a shattered Oshadic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens, very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. Okay, I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleaston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first I would like a vestiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. Okay. Let me real quick archive my note where I found a thing. And then I will get you a vestiger. And prevent the spread of disease. Flames burn pale blue in their presence. Alright, let's go. This one. Yeah, that one. I love setting things on fire for science. Using a candle, I am able to confirm that flames burn blue in its presence. Moonstone Guardian for the banishment of Hobbs' fear Noctic sight. A comforting guardian. Okay. Cool. Let's explore. let's go to the Barrows. At the top of the hill is a cluster of grassy mounds, the Barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. Do I have anything that can fit in there well? No, none of these really fit in there. I assume it's gonna be like 4 different things that slot together somehow. Love how my boss went, hey, don't try to get into anything. Don't try to solve any puzzles. Don't worry about it. And I'm just like, okay, I gotta poke and prod every single board in this shop until I figure out how to get things. We are gonna have a nap though. 2 days earlier, the rider and his fellow adventurer were deep underground exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower when they made a discovery. The elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Oh dear. Ooh, now this one looks more like a key than the previous one. Oh, is this how I find the key that lets me unlock the things? After a disagreement between 2 houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Okay. Well, we've got Lock House, and we've got Keystone Manor, so it's behind there, yes? Haha, I'm smart. A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horrors of Wellington Lock. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Ooh, oh, this is a ram's thing. It's got the ram thing. It's a ram thing. Yes, words. Ram thing. Aries remnant. This is an Aries remnant. Can I put a sheep on it? I cannot find a sheep. There we go. Hello Jupiter. Alright. Eli is back. Well, the shop is still standing. Yes. That's something. I did great. Say what you will about under me, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. Well, you see, I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Okay. Ooh. I'll put it on the shelf. Edith Moore. Oh, look. Yeah, you're not. You're not Edith. Have you considered giving back the jewelry you've stolen? What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Well, Horn Shackle lets you banish inner demons, right? Change. Alright. Try a horn jackal. Alternatively, what do we have that can make you not freaking steal shit? Guys of the Lillian pass unrecognized. No. Hearing charm. Heart chamber. A vast skull. Oh gosh. Heart chambers are based on these mythical objects. I hate to keep those close to us in our heart. This feels very difficult to identify. Lamb siphon. Reverse the effects of the Black Heart curse. No. What is Noctic Sight? It doesn't tell me. Okay, cool. Orford Spire. Goat's blood. Impart vitality. No, I want you to stop stealing shit. Tea. Protects against insanity. Shimmer. Induce calm rage in the face of the unimaginable horrors of battle. Okay. Shin. Luck on the sea. Sense danger. Sleep vessel. Stay awake but beyond natural limits. Sunbond. It's for being a lamp. Okay. Yeah, let's give you the horn shackle so you can experience change. And hopefully give back the jewelry you keep stealing. Oh, hey Francesca. Did the evac? It did not help, sorry. Well, I got other stuff. At times he appears almost awake, but he's deep in some kind of trance and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. That's admirable. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Okay. I appreciate you knowing that this is a bad idea. Alright. 6 points for the things. They help people stay awake by storing their fatigue. Nightmares. Okay. 6 points. You have 6 points. Do you have nightmares in you? Well, that has 6 points. This has 6 points. This has 6 points and it has untold fear inside it. What else has 6 points in this place? Well, this also has 6 points. It has an energy about it. Knives! Hello, knives! Oh, this one has blood on it. Let's not give her the thing with the blood on it. Alright, let's double check the book. What is a sleep whistle? This has engraved symbols of protection and something else. What's the other symbol there? It's like insanity. Hello, hello, how's me? I'm doing pretty well. Solving puzzles. It's a little spooky. It's a little Halloweeny. I get to pet a cat. Okay, so this has protection from insanity inscribed on it. That doesn't quite feel like the thing I would want. Well, it could be, but it's not the right thing. I think it's probably this thing. I did it. I identified it. There's darkness inside. Resonance compass. Okay, cool. I still don't know about the field patterns. Because I don't have a thermic lens as far as I can tell. Ding! Althea O'Shea. Althea O'Shea. I don't know how to pronounce your name, ma'am. Many years ago I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. I'm pretty sure this is the silent breath, because it's warning me of danger. And everything is full of danger. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments. Ooh. I love being good against incurable ailments. Also, what do I do with this? Do I put... Oh... I gotta put stuff down there. I just don't know what stuff. But I'm gonna put stuff down there. How's Knives? How's Knives doing? Isn't it silly o'clock? Always wanted to try a Daedalus link. Rufus, no. I have personal interest in the Celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. Oh, Rufus. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Oh dear. Oh dear, Rufus. This seems like a bad idea. Because, you know, levitation. Surprisingly light. A feather or some wings on it. Well, I got a bird. Which weighs less than half a pound. Let's see. It's tarnished silver. It's Skalrius detailing. And I don't know. I do have this rock, which has a pulsating power like a beating heart. What else do I have that's bird themed? Or insect themed? Are you insect themed? This doesn't feel right. Oh, this helps with hearing. The bat helps with hearing. Got home from emo night. Well, I hope it was fun anyways. How heavy? Oh, this is much heavier. How heavy is this? Is the floating stone or the raven heavier? The floating stone is heavier. I think it might be this bird. Try this bird. It is very light. I waited. I tried. A purifier. Okay. Fascinating. Oh, the scene is dying. That sucks. I have not been to any music event ever in my life. I really should. However, that also sounds like my own personal nightmare on account of the noises and the people. Sorry for drinking in your ear, but I've been reading out words out loud for nearly 2 hours now, so I gotta hydrate or else I dihydrate. Hello, Edmund Bishop. You're here about the birds. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleaston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. Alright, I'm gonna loot your house. All I ask is that you stay out of the south tower and the master bedroom. Okay, we're going to the south tower and the master bedroom then. Run anything you find by me first, of course. Okay. It's a Min raid. Hello, Min. Hello, friends. Hello. Did the strawberry rocks turn out as cute as I thought they did? Because they were already looking great. So I hope they turned out alright. Hello. Hello. Ah, so many people. Hello. We're solving puzzles. Someone's been murdered. Well, not murdered. He's not dead. He's alive. But he's really, really pale, and there's shadows in his eyeballs. The game is treating me excellently. I mean, this is Jupiter, and we can pet Jupiter, and then Jupiter starts purring, and that's just all I need in a video game, really. Okay, so we got pieces of paper. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are welcome to. Never did like it anyway. And then we have... Oh, we have a whole map of Gleaston Castle. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Oh, there's a bunch of, like, the symbols. Oh. Well, let's start with the thing to get us started. Main staircase, turn left. Okay. Main staircase. Turn left. Down to the end, go to the door to the left. So this room, next to the courtyard. Okay, we can go to just the whole town. Where is Gleeston Castle? Is it on this map? Can I read? I don't think this is on this map. Okay, let's go to this room then. I'm wasting my time here. No, I did it wrong. Okay, do it right this time. So, is this the main staircase? Which is the main staircase? I don't understand which is the main staircase. Because I thought this was the main staircase. And then going left. Or is it this door? Maybe it's that door. Let's try this one. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eyes drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Oh, good, he's a rich person. I don't want to pay him. Ooh, gemstones. Oh, he wrote it. He, in this case, being my boss. There's too many dudes in this game, and I keep jumbling them in my brain. But ooh, funky moon rock. Ethereal quality to it. It's made of silver and stone, and it's cool and smooth, and the fibers are coarse. Cool. I got a moon rock. It goes in my rock collection. And then I got a book on gemstones and their thaumic properties, written by my boss. Amber is diurnic, yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. The sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. Amethyst, wixik, that's relating to the body, stone of containment. Oh, bloodstone, dark green or black with flecks of red. Dark stone for dark purposes. Pale blue or turquoise aquamarine is a stone of water. Iolite, ooh. Kyanite, the anchor between body and mind. Alright. Yeah, moonstone is related to the moon. I could have told you that before. Okay. Cool. Vivianite. A stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. Okay, then. Good to know. Cool. So we can now identify what all these rocks are and what they mean. And that goes in the archive. I do want to explore the castle some more. Let's go look at the things with the symbols. I want to look at the things with the symbols. Let's go look at the courtyard. Neat hedgerows and worn pillars frame the space. Gravel crunches underfoot, the only sound in the otherwise quiet courtyard. There's no reason to linger. Okay. Let's see, where else can we steal shit? So we're not supposed to go to the master bedroom. And we're not supposed to go to the Hardwick Tower. Which is fair, I'll not go there. Let's go to this room with the sun or the gold symbol on it. Doesn't seem there's anything there. Okay, we need to stop because otherwise I'm gonna get scared. And then I'll be miserable and lose. So, that was the wrong button. meant to press this button instead. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. I don't know, you can get human remains pretty small with enough fire. Alright. More shapes. Oh, that's a house. That's a house that's that shape. Or a room. But it looks more like a house. So we're going to put that on the maps and wiggle it around. See where it matches. Okay, actually it might be a room instead because all the houses are too small. And not aligned. There, I found it. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me. Yes, a portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Ooh, that's a moon goddess statue if I've ever seen one. You can go with the other moon things. Alright, have some customers. Oh, no, it's time for mail from David. Hello, David. Thank you for the mail. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. Oh no. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Thank you for the mail, David. I'm sorry if you get swooped by birds. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. Oh, okay, it's a place with trees growing some way. Oh, it's Thomas Pope. He visited the first day. I helped him. And apparently he and his small dog are doing okay. I know you will at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Okay, we'll go visit some trees. The triangle is trees. Is it named? This looks triangular. Is it this? Where is the triangle? Show me the trees. There's the triangle. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heath Wood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Ooh! Okay, step 1, archive this thing. Step 2, more pendants. Why are you a dangling hand? Are any of you suspiciously cursed feeling? No? No, none of them are suspiciously cursed feeling, which is always good to not have suspiciously cursed feeling things. Jupiter, I'm gonna ring the bell, I'm sorry. Don't get too startled. Good kitty. Gus Foley. It It has been many years since I've performed the Rite of the Red Knives, but I can still remember every step. Knives, what did you do? What's your rite? I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford Spire. Tried that place in Ironside and they sent me here. During the Rite of the Red Knives, an Orford Spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Knives? Knives, is this your bloody rock? Iron? It's not rust, it's blood. When it happens in Knives Club, stays in Knives Club. Oh, alright. Oh, what's that symbol? Let's look at that symbol. It's like because we're going for vitality or life or something. It looks like something. There's a symbol on it. It might be foresight or something. I don't know. But this looks like it would go in goat's blood, so here you go. I correctly identified the Orford Spire. Ephesian Talon. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's put this back on the shelf. And beep. Oh, hey. Hey, boss. Need to go away for a few days again. Sir, please. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. Okay. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. Okay. Do you need anything? The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Whoops. Couldn't you hand me that Guise of Lillian? Won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me, sir. I'm pretty sure this is the Guise of Lillian. Let's double check. But I'm pretty sure that should be it. Yeah. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. The Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Okay, yeah, that's the only, like, fossil I have, so here you go. Please don't lose your sense of self, boss. Thank you. I'm sorry, Jupiter. Rebecca Rose. Oh, you seem... Okay. My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. Yes. You do. This is Jupiter. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? Oh, there was something, I feel a little foolish for asking. There was one thing about restoring sight. Ares Remnant or the Spirit Eye. Okay. The Ares Remnant induces a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. That would help with painting. Even if you're blind. And I have that. And the other one it says is a Spirit Eye. 6 points of sleep. No, there are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen. It is not clear exactly what they do show. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Pretty sure this is the spirit eye. Because those seem like opposing symbols. But I feel like the Ares Remnant is better. I don't want her to look into parts of the world she should not see and is not prepared to see. She just wants to do paint, and synesthesia might help her do paint. Good Jupiter. Good kitty. Clarence Hawker. Your tie is really disheveled, guy. Those ravens have done for 3 more buggers. 2 of them up at Calgarth and another fellow a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around it. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. Calgarth. And now this fog, too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Okay, sunbond. Small, lightweight, non-precious metal, housing a gemstone of light. Okay, what do we have? Gemstones of light. Amber is fire and light. Moonstone. Amber is the color of my energy. I don't see knives. I don't get any jokes ever. This you should know by now. So I'm just like, what do you mean? I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, this might be a sunbond. Because it has an amber. It's a stone of light. Right? Ah. See, back then, I did not remember many things at all, because I may have not even been alive then. So, I'm allowed to not get your jokes. Okay, let's try this one. This one looks like it might be a sunbond. I was correct. Amber gemstone, a stone of light. And bronze is not a precious metal. And it is warm. Get worse to is being mean to you. Tell it to stop. Tell it not to. I said so. I have so many things in this book. So many. And we have a new exclamation mark. Oh, the artist, Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she's just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in this world, painting, and yet it has not robbed her of her determination or her kindness or her love of life. When she learned of strange antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over and she decided the risk was worth taking. Alright, and we still have 4 characters we haven't even met yet. You gambled. How dare you gamble? there was a fisherman. A fisherman. Was it Galfreys? Or was it Galworth? If only... Calgarth? Was it Calgarth? I'm gonna go to Calgarth. Stands stately and pristine, its grand architecture testament to the Calgarth family legacy. Inside, generations of wealth and influence are on display at every turn. And welcome to look around, but on strict instruction not to touch anything. Okay. So that wasn't what I'm looking for. I think it was something that started with G, but it wasn't Greywick. So we've got Galfrey's Tower. Let's try that. Because someone said something about more people. I want to hear about it. I climbed the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the Maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Okay. So from here due east. I don't know. What the heck is the eye? It's a strange arrangement of rocks, resembling the Stonehenge site, but on a smaller scale. Arranged with purpose, though what that purpose was remains a mystery. The locals call it the eye. There's nothing else to see here. Okay, what about going to the farm with the G? The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to its work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. Okay. What about this rock? This natural monument looms over the town like a relic, its weathered surface heavy with the weight of Undermere's murky and tangled history. Take a moment to ponder its secrets and carry on. What's the Merry Bell? Is that a boat? An old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. Don't think I'll find much use here. It's the 1800s. It can't be that old of a paddle steamer. They're a pretty new invention. My map says 1868. I'm pretty sure that it can't be that old. We might have different definitions of old, me and this game. Well, what's at the boatyard? Because, like, we talked to someone from there to get some stuff, and then a fisherman turned up with the dark eyes, and I want to know. Polished hulls sit half submerged in murky water. Quiet temptation. On any other day, I'd be eager to take a boat out, but I must get back. The shop won't run itself. Okay, fine. Audrey Bell. Oh, you... Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grimm in the coming days. Okay. You scare me, ma'am. You scare me. Because, it's an eerie creation that is worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. Protection, truth, no, protection. It's something about protection, and it's eerie. And it's related to death. What's the symbol for death? Death. That's Omega. And there was something about protection and stuff. Okay. Eerie things. And they're worn, so it's probably one of these. I mean, this thing is very eerie. With the bloodstone. Alright, let's see. What have I got that is eerie and can be worn? The priest, Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Okay. This is a Z. I should label it as that with a maybe, so I don't accidentally hand that out. Okay. We're looking for something eerie. Oh, dangling hand is kind of eerie. And we're looking for something maybe with an omega symbol on it. Withered flesh and a gold ring. The gold ring had a symbol that was in this book. Rebirth? It's a rebirth ring. Okay. I don't know. None of the necklaces I have feel eerie enough. Except maybe this one. This one feels quite eerie with the eyeball. Okay. Protection. Sacrament. What else can I click here? Death. A Holgar. It's also referenced in the Heart Chamber. Holgar wielding his twin axes, Wolfsong and Fearbringer. Vast skull in the catacombs said to be that of the beast Blencathra. Holga's follower believed that when he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in an item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time into a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. Okay, what sorts of things do you have that might be what I'm looking for this lady? You have like all of the symbols. And this is not helpful because I can't see anything. What's with this thing? Are you eerie? Has a sense of foreboding and it has the death rock on it. Is it this? It is. It's an eerie item and it can be worn because it's a mask. Oh yeah, they had the horned mask on from the back. Using the index we can find a sketch of Holgar to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. And the stone is of death. Okay, my instincts are not that bad. A lead heart. These items depict the god Sinunus in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to the core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They're said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Okay then. Oh, it's this one then. Because of the horn thing and it seems more mundane than it is. But it's really heavy probably. Pets for Jupiter. Many pets for Jupiter. Alright, let's see what new ungodly horrors await us. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Oh dear. Someone found something they shouldn't have. That looks like the stairs. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay, that's for inside the castle house thing. Okay. Up the stairs. Left, then left again. Second on the right. Or second on the right, this one. If we're going up this stairs. And then left. I'll try this one. I am a brain genius. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used in some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Oh. Great. Love that. I'll just close that cabinet so I don't have to look at that. Alright. Oh, and do I have anything else to archive? No. Okay. Can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? Tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. Yes, it's this thing. This thing makes things quiet. I'm pretty sure. Let's double check, but I'm pretty sure it's that thing. I can't read. There. Yeah, it's got the leaves. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Yes, it's this thing. Here you go. The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the sketch of the plant. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sounds. Here you go. Okay. And ding! Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. Be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Okay, an Elva stone. Used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay, so we're looking for something Selenic, which is moon, and it's planetary metal, so it's the moon metal, which is silver, and there's moons on it. Well, I got this thing, which has a bunch of silver moons on it. Take it or leave it. That's $3 billion. The design features crescent moons, a reflection of the Selenic, and the metal is silver, associated with the moon. Ooh, that's a good trade. I love fancy things. Blue gemstones, gold. Oh. Where's the thing? Do you go with this thing? No, you don't go with this thing. But like... still need to find out what goes in here. So many things to figure out. Rona, how can I help you? Been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Oh no, reading? I can't read. Amber, these items cause a mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else, but here we are, and here I am. I'd do it all wrong anyway. A noctic field. Yeah, what's this with the thaumic fields? By placing an object over a thaumic lens. Are you a thaumic lens? You don't seem to be complete though, so... I don't think this is complete yet, so I don't think I have a thaumic lens. Ding! Francis Mason. Been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. Don't just steal stuff from the library. Gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. Was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. Girl, you okay? It is rather pretty. No, don't. Someone told me I need a classic purifier and that this is the place to get one. Okay. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid. Small tokens submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. There's a limit to the process. Okay, so I need something that smells like vinegar. Rotten egg. Well, that's moonstones. We need something with a topaz inside, don't we? Oh, okay. This has a strong odor and it has a thing inside. And what is that symbol? It's a plus symbol. Vinegar. Here you go. Put it in there. For a full cycle of the moon. Holes in a valent are roughly equal size and spacing. Help them find their way. Curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Oh, it's that thing. Alright. Okay, but can I use the Valent to find my way? No. What if we go look at the library of Gleason Castle? Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Ooh. To the vaults? I want to go to the vaults. Vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realize that it has been thaumatically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. Oh. I mean, probably an ethereal key. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known about outside of thaumic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. So... doing circular... Wait. I'm doing circular motions. It doesn't appear to be brighter than before, right? I mean, this one also has an orange and a night gemstone. Does this help? Oh. Okay. But I now know this is an ethereal key and I feel really smart for figuring out that it is that. So I'm still gonna be proud of myself. Well, there isn't a keyhole, so that might probably be the bigger giveaway. Let's see, what else could help us get into a room that is locked? Well, initiation, broken path. Okay. Oh, that's that thing. Okay. Intense heat. Withstand fire. Okay. Let's see. Hearing charm, heart chamber. I need something to open magic doors. That reverses the effects of the black heart curse. Romantic interest. Banishment of things. Resonant objects. Oh, it's a cup for tea. It's not the tea itself. I didn't read properly. Low joy, protection against insanity, shadow hold, heal chime, shimmer. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood. Planetary metals. No two are identical. Encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Oh, the one with the 2 leaves is probably this thing. Okay, spirit, I don't know. Tenebran cloak. Darkness. Single stone set in bronze. Holes are roughly equal size and spacing. Curious. I don't think I know how to get into this thing yet. We will leave. Oh, I've moved into a slight unease there. Relic Hunter Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does at the slightest provocation. Wait, is he the guy from the story that we get every night? I think he might be the guy who had blood in his eye. Simone, the librarian. Been working on something that you might find interesting. Hello, Simone. Did you know that nobody knows who built strange antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. Been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yes, I have. I just don't know what to put there. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. It's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Alcove key. Horn shackle, Evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay, well, I've got a horn shackle. And I've got one of these. And then we need a moon something. Well, I've got a lot of moon somethings. Let's see. Let's see things that are just generally moon. We've got a Moonstone Guardian. He's a Moonstone Guardian. Okay, maybe not the Moonstone Guardian. We've got the Elva Stone. Okay. What else do I have that's moon something? I've got this thing, it looks moony to me. Alright, what else do we have that's moon related? Selenic something or others. Selenic totem. Moon heart. You. I did it. Oh dang. Look at all my cups. We got 2 more of these, which is great. And then I've got wooden cup. Different wooden cup. 3rd wooden cup. I'll put them all over here. You can go there. This can go over there. And what are you? You look like a big binding seed, so I'll put you over there. And I'll put these 3 things. What was the 3rd thing? This thing. I'll put them here in case I want to access that again. But that checks that off, so it can go in the archive. Thank you, Simone. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Oh, can I go say hi to her and tell her I found the thing? Here's the library. I've lost the library. There it is. Wordsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge. Found some old books that dig into the history. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. Okay, that was nothing new. But I solved it. I solved the puzzle. Hello, Jim Wolf. After years of working in the thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. Tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. Would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Oh, this is a hearing charm. Here you go. Veiled Fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. Oh, that's what I have my cabinet for. One second. I need to check something. Okay, maybe not that. Put the creepy things back in the creepy cupboard and cover them over. Alright. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. Potter? He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Rule number 1 of grave robbing: don't open any caskets that ask you to open them. That's just a good way to get cursed. Who is a... Oh, it's the lady on the thing. On the tower. It's the maiden. That's her name. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Well, we've already been on the tower, so I know it points due east. So it's from here, and among the trees, that's mossy wood. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Ooh. What are you? You can go with my collection of things that have different numbers of gemstones on them. Alright. First visitor, it's Verona. How you doing, Verona? I walked up the back a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. Same. I'm on my way to Colgarth Hall now. Spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Okay, so it was Colgarth Hall. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Mail. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. Found myself outside its door 3 days ago and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Okay. Naylor Island, across from there, row of 4. Okay. So this is Naylor Island, and we're going to northern tip Row across. Second from the left. In the row of 4. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. Oh dear. In the center of the altar there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all, but after a while I notice an inscription that says simply, I open to the voice. The voice of this guy? Because, like, that's a stag, right? The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. Can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat goes there. Warm and smooth. Kitty cat. Lester Crowley. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I hate you already. I have an inclination to perform and an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the thaumic art. It's this thing, isn't it? Because it's heavy. Yeah. This thing. Pretty sure this is a lead heart. Yeah, depict the non-human form of Sununos, heavier than they look, modest exterior. Have fun. Okay. Corvin's Might, Eagle's Gift, an assassin's tool. Oh dear. Okay, I have these two things to put into my thingy. This follows after the symbol for zinc, so it goes here. This goes here. So I'm only missing one more of these things, and then this thing should be usable. Cooper, do you have the thing? Angus Eaton. Oh, you're not Eli. Correct. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Oh! Well, well, well. I am a brain genius. The booklet on curses. Oh dear. And what are you? You look green inorganic material. Well, green organic material and wood. What kind of weird rattle are you? Get this back in there. Don't let the boss know I'm unlocking everything. On curses and their effects, a brief overview by Dr. F. Robertson. Black heart. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted, as though it is clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out darkly on the body. Eventually, death will occur. Praxis. Characterized by a necrosis of the flesh, the afflicted will feel no pain, but the scarring has no cure. Breath of Lyra. While those affected appear to be able to breathe normally, they feel as though they are choking. Burning blood. The subject has the sensation of burning from the inside out. It is rarely survived, and those that do never fully recover. Lovely. Morgan's insanity. Poison of the mind. Noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. The sapphire curse. Marked by a telltale blue tint to the eyes, those under this curse are plagued by waking hallucinations. Torments paralysis. Affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. Now that's helpful. In case anyone needs help with a curse. Hey Eli, I didn't open any secret compartments. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. This is my store now. I'm in charge. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. Do you want a cup? I found cups. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset someone like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford, the Bodleian Library. We'll be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. Yeah, don't worry about the things from your secret compartments. Don't worry about it. Do not see eye to eye with the head of the collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. You want a plant? It will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. Usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. It is raining, so you should be warm and tingly to the touch. Haha! Item is made of gold and silver, planetary metals. Leaves hint towards plants, and it vibrates. Diverging hook. Oh dear. Oh dear. A single gemstone from each of the 3 thaumic branches. You are suspicious. You are suspicious. Hello, Dr. Robertson. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. Ooh, actually, I have. Verona gave me a piece of paper. I'm finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful meter might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Okay. So, witch's finger might be an idea, but that one would hurt them, and I don't want to hurt them. You know? Last resort. I don't think we're at last resort yet. We got cups. Depending on the type of meter. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Well, I got 3 of them. So I don't know which one of these is, like, the right one. You know? Sharp aroma. Not entirely unpleasant. Like, we think they're affected by an amber. Noctic field. What are the purple stones? Amethyst, stone of containment, and eyelight, calming stone of peace and safety. And then we have gold, which is the sun. And it has a leaf on it. I think this one will help. Peace. Peace stones. Bones guard. Was very terrified of being poisoned, so he always used anti-poison. He was stabbed to death. Great. Hello, Miss Artist. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonders of the Ares Remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but I'm already feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Oh, it's good to hear that my choice was good for her. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that guy used a diverging hook to fix his brain somehow. I'm closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Sunrise is in the east. But yeah. This guy used a diverging hook on himself. That's interesting. So, closest to the sunset. So, which direction is north? North is down here. So when I rotate, then this is east. So this is west, so this tower is the westernmost tower. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, But it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Ooh. Alright, let's look at these things. Okay. Something protected by a diurnic seal. Object made from silver produces a diurnic field. Unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Love that for me. Okay, what's that symbol? Thunder. It's the symbol for thunder. Okay. I don't know how to make thunder. Do I have anything in here that might tell me of something related to thunder? No, I don't have thunder abilities yet. Okay. Not quite. Alright. You're staying right there for when it thunders. Hello, Dr. Robertson. I didn't have enough on my plate right now. My sister, Bonnie, has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of her father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I mean, possible. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. Likely. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I shan't. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Well, they are called Selenic totems, or moon hearts, and they're good for feeling joy and love. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Duranthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. Uh-oh. Daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Oh dear, that's not good. Verona, save us. Oh, silly sods, that Calgoth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. Let me go, let me go. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have Tenebrine cloak I could use this evening. Got some snooping to do. Okay, let's see. How do we identify that object? Upon activation, a Tenebrine cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Okay, I have multiple things with bronze and stones. So we're gonna have to get a little bit more specific. You're bronze and you have a turquoise gemstone. Which looks like aquamarine to me. So it's probably not that. Maybe like an onyx. Or something. Okay, is there anything in here that is bronze? No. Do we have anything in bronze over here? No. I have... And you have all of these opposing symbols. And a green gemstone. What's the green gemstone do? Jade, earth and nature. Or malachite. The fourth eye, stone of sight. Okay, but it just says stone. But it probably means like precious stone. What are those symbols? Cold to heat. Okay, so that's not it, definitely. And you're just bronze. This is the best I can offer you. I don't know if there's... Oh, wait! Well. This is a resonant compass. This thing is resonant. This thing is resonant. And then I've got these little guys. But we're looking for bronze with a stone in it, and none of this is bronze with a stone in it. So that's still my best guess, sorry. Nope, that was wrong. Okay. your gold and silver and I don't know. This is the other bronze thing I have. I'm being stupid. Where is it? Oh, it says totem. It says totem. Wait, are you bronze? No, you're iron. Okay. Dark wood. Single stone set in bronze. I mean, this is bronze. With a single stone set in it. And this is gold with stone set in it. Okay, this is my last offer. There we go. I was being silly. I didn't read the word totem. Saint Cedric's Thunder. Used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Okay, so this is a thunder thing. Okay, so it can just go... That seems dangerous. I'll put it in the danger cabinet. It seems like a useful tool. I'll put it down here. Alright. I still don't have a lens thing. Barton's back. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. All I'm asking for in return is a Valent. Keep forgetting to mention it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it at the cupboard hidden in the counter. Well, I already read that one. Good thing you've allowed me to. Here you go, that's a Valent. And I get a map of the catacombs. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Look at all these graves. The guy was stabbed to death in 1223. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation overcomes me. It does not feel, though fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I've entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and few have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slave miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and it stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. Oh dear. A wandering shroud. Do I know what that is? No. No, I don't know what that is. We will leave. We will not go there. We will not go there. Let's go explore upper parts of the catacombs then. 1801. Must have taken a long turning. This isn't where I meant to come. Oh no. Okay, let's stop doing things without knowing where we're going. Bonnie Robertson. Okay. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All those people with the pitch black eyes. Nobody's listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. Okay, I can't give you anything dangerous. A Corvin's Might, please, and I'll be on my way. Girl, I can't give you that. That's dangerous. Yeah. Assassin's tool. I'm not gonna have you murder anyone. Tanya, hello. I'm doing great. My voice is slowly giving out on me because I've been reading out text in this game for over 3 hours now. But I'm having such a good time. You get to actually visit the store from the previous games. You get to visit Strange Horticulture and they give you a plant. Let me show you my plant. There's my plant. If I put it here, Jupiter is a naughty kitty. But yeah, this is Jupiter. Very important. Still purring cat in the shop. I think I'm about halfway through this first playthrough and I'm having a blast. Nar! Hello, Nar! But yes, baby. Okay, the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat. A gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. I'm not giving that to you, girly pop. I am gonna give you a grace maybe. A pendant to dispel melancholy, and it's this one. Because it has the same symbol. Please don't do any murder. You're excited to play it once you get through Silksong. Mood. Excellent. Nara's having a cozy morning. It is cozy morning time. That's why I've been playing this game. I mean, my morning is nearly over, but you know, math and time zones and such. But I have had a cozy time with it, so excellent. A spirit vault is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. Ah, lined with the sulfur paste. Oh. 1 second. This smells sulfury. Okay, that has a shroud. This is some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get a hold of a Corvin's Might. Oh dear. Okay, so this will help me. There's a shroud in there. I'm using good things, which we can use to get to the bottom of the catacombs. Well, we're not doing that because I'm nearly reaching fatal levels of insanity here. Yeah, I'm pretty much halfway through. As his mind rolled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Okay, yeah, so Potter isn't necessarily to blame, but also, like, I understand why she would blame him. That is a tombstone. We're gonna go look at the tombstone. And I think then I need to, like, take a break. Alright. We're looking for a tombstone that looks like this. This one. Never mind. What do you mean it's not that one? Well, that one has more of a divot in there. Okay, fine. It didn't look good enough. Then this one. I squeezed through a partially collapsed passageway and emerged in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Ooh, pretty. Like, if I was into jewelry, this game has a lot of things that would make cool, really nerdy jewelry that no one would recognize except for me, which is my favorite kind of, like, video game merch. Okay, but I do need to, like, how do I save? Help, how do I save this game? Did this save? Did I just throw away my save because I didn't save? Okay, it's there. It's fine. We're good. I get to end now because my throat is angry and I need to make some tea, I think. But this has been delightful. I've had a great time. Speaking of Silksong, Oaksty still seems to be live because he's been silksonging. Do we want to go see Oaksty? Then again, that might be spoilers, so maybe we don't want to go see Oaksty, even though he's also playing Silksong. We were talking about Silksong because Tanya is here. I don't know. But I definitely do need to stop saying words. I've said too many words. Most of them badly as well. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna say bye-bye. I'm gonna make some nice tea. I'm gonna have a little snack. Maybe I'm gonna do some crafts. It'll be delightful. But thank you all very, very much for joining me, for hanging out and being generally awesome people. I've had a delightful time playing Strange Antiquities today, and I really hope my brain lets me do more of that soon, because now I want to know what's going on with these people. I want to know what all my little trinkets are. Alright, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye.